Hi everybody, I'm back again. Let me turn this. Hi guys, I'm back again. There was something else that I meant to talk to you about. Hi guys, how are you? Hi Daler Moon. If you guys want to tell me your name and where you are from, where you're joining me from. Hi, how are you? Because sometimes I'm like, I can't really see the small little handle. So if you want to tell me where you're from, oh, from Newfoundland. Oh, awesome. Dale, is it Dale or Daly? Daly? Hi. So my earlier post, I was talking about chakras and kind of our development. Dale, like whale. I like it. That makes it super easy. Thank you, Dale. Well, thanks for joining me on another little talk about chakras. Have any of you guys done any work with the chakras? You can either give hearts or you can give a little thumbs up or whatever you want. I tried to put all the colors of the chakras like in the title, but I realized like there's no orange heart for the sacral chakra, so I used an orange. So it was kind of dorky, but it worked. So what I meant to mention earlier, and it's kind of, I guess, good that I'm doing it in a second little scope, but talking about creativity and the chakra system. So the chakras are basically our energetic databases. When we talk about our development, it's about our spiritual and personal development, starting from the ground up, from our root chakra all the way up to our crown chakra. So I touched on that in the earlier post. I'm going to be going way more in depth in this stuff because one of my goals for myself is to share with you guys via online classes and different things like that, how we can actually physically work with our chakras, how we can kind of, sometimes all of that talk can be just a little up here esoteric, but we don't really know how to put it into action and what it means in our lives. So that's one of my passions, has always been learn what does that really mean, you know, because I remember the first time I heard about the chakras at 15. Oh, thank you, my dream catcher. I got that. We have a really awesome new age and spiritual bookstore here in West Palm, Florida called Changing Times Books and Gifts, and I love that. It's a little mom and pop store, which I love supporting little mom and pop businesses, entrepreneurs, people out there sharing their passions. It's one of my passions to support and share in that. Thank you for the hearts. So yeah, talking about our chakras. And so, you know, if you look at it from our development, they move from the bottom chakra up, from the root chakra to our crown chakra. And you can hear a little bit more about that in my previous scope I just did a few minutes ago. But here I wanted to talk about what does creativity and the chakras mean. And so I've mentioned earlier, I have learned the most about the chakra system and our energetic bodies by Caroline Myss. She's a medical intuitive healer and speaker. And so I highly recommend looking up her work. She's brilliant. And she explains it much more eloquently than I ever could, but I try to put it into my own words. And that's actually part of what I'm going to talk about, part of our creativity when things are downloaded, when we get the ability, develop the ability to express it with other people, right? And so then you know that you're really starting to get it in your body. It's starting to kind of morph and adapt into your energetic body. So with creativity, I love the analogy that the way that she explains it, is that we've all had that experience when we have this inspiration. All of a sudden you have this idea that you're just like, whoa, right? And yeah, we all can relate to that. And then, so that's when we know that there's been a creative energy downloaded into our seventh chakra, our crown chakra. And then when it makes its way to our sixth chakra, our mind chakra or third eye chakra, is when we begin to mull it over. So then you begin to think about this idea and what does that mean? And then it moves into our fifth chakra. Thank you for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate that. So when it moves into our fifth chakra, our throat chakra, is when we begin to be able to articulate it, right? We begin to be able to form sentences about what that means. And then when it moves to our fourth chakra, our heart chakra, is when we really get that power of passion and love behind it. So where we can say, you know what, I could really put myself behind this. This is something that I could really stand for. And then this is where the tricky part happens. happens is letting it move into our third, second, and first chakras, because that deals with the external world, right? When we're developing ourselves spiritually and emotionally and mentally and physically, we're moving from the root up to the crown, right? And then, but when it comes to creativity, it's moving from the crown down. So how many times have you had an idea or an inspiration, but it never gets past your internal world? It never manifests itself into the external world. And that's because that energy download, that divine download, didn't actually make it into the physical external part of your chakra system, your energy system. And so that's what's fascinating, because for me, it happened with, I'm actually now, right at this moment, thanks for the hearts, right in this moment, I'm really starting to understand how to put that into physical manifestation. So doing these Periscope videos and doing the video blogging has been an idea and inspiration that I've had since 2011 when I started my website, but yet I never did anything about it. I just kind of went around and write and do this and that, but now I'm actually being able to put it into manifestation, birth it from inside my internal world into the external world to share it with others, right? And so with that, you know, for me, with that solar plexus chakra, the third chakra is about feeling confident that you actually have something to say and getting past those doubts that we all have. Every time before I hit start broadcast, it's like really the first week was really bad. I mean, I would shake and I would just be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. And then the more that you do it, you start to develop that personal sense of power. And then, you know, our second chakra is dealing one-on-one with others, right? Honoring another. And so it's being able to, you know, that feeling, I know, right? And it can be super intense. And you think like all of those little doubt demons, I look so comfortable. Well, you know, I have to say that the more you do it, the more you definitely get comfortable. And I think that if we just follow our passions, then that it's going to naturally develop in that way for us. And I actually did a 5-day Periscope challenge. If you don't know of Danielle Ford LV, go look her up on Periscope. She has a 5-day Periscope challenge that really helps you. You have to do 2 scopes a day, and it really helps you to become more comfortable with what your expression is, what it is that you want to put out there. So I highly recommend that at Danielle Ford LV. Look her up. Danielle Ford, yes, exactly. And the LV is at the end because that just stands for Las Vegas, which is where she's at. So look her up on Periscope. She's got that 5-day Periscope challenge. So yeah, so that really is what I wanted to talk about, because I find it fascinating how our energy systems work, like with our development. Yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, Dale. And I just find it fascinating how our energetic bodies work. You know, so I just wanted to touch a little bit about that, because I'm experiencing that right now with all of you guys, and just putting my work out there and putting my voice out there, what it is that I want to share, instead of just in the safe confines of my little area here in Florida with my classes and my clients. This has been a really great challenge for me to start to incorporate my creative downloads and my passions into a physical sense, to actually manifest it and birth it into the physical world. And that's where our challenge is, right? So it's being able to take that and know that we have the power to stand in our own power, and don't try to follow other people. If, you know, don't try to be like other people, because we are each unique. We each have our own divine sacred contract. I really truly believe that we're here, that there's only people in the world that can hear what we have to say, and another person could say it in a million different ways, but they may not hear it until they hear it from your mouth. So that is just what I wanted to touch on, about how we, you know, kind of take all of those creative downloads and those passions and those things that we want to put out there in the world and get it, have the confidence to be able to get it out of your internal world and into the external world, because we all want to hear it. We all want to be part of it. Love it. I know. I'm so like, I just like, for me, like my cells vibrate. Like I light up when I talk about this stuff. It's always been something that's fascinated me. So I'm really really happy that I actually made myself do it. And one of my friends, Nikki Nablevy over at Indigo Kinetics, I'm a melt method practitioner that works with the connective tissue, helping people get out of chronic pain. I incorporate different movement modalities like, yoga and Pilates also into my work with my clients and my classes. And so for me, like, she got on Periscope and it was the push that I needed. It was that inspiration for me to then take everything that had been in my internal world and my upper chakras, right, to then be able to let them download themselves and move into my lower chakras so I can actually get it out of me and put it into the world. So that's just what I wanted to touch on a little bit today. So thank you for all of my teachers that have helped me in developing my sense of who I am and my own voice, and all of my friends and colleagues that I continue to meet that inspire me. I just want to put a nice little thank you out there to you guys. You're much appreciated in my life, and I think of you often. So and I'm excited to see some posts from you guys, some periscopes from you guys, and to hear what it is that you're putting out there into the world. So thank you so much for joining me today for our little talk on chakras. And thank you for all the hearts. It's so appreciated, because it is really hard. It's hard to put ourselves out there. It's nerve-wracking. Scoping for good. Yeah, scoping for good. I think with all the crazy things going on in the world, we need more love. We need more light being shared. We need more people cultivating what their passion is, right? We need more people looking at themselves, taking responsibility for themselves, and actually looking at the similarities between all of us, because we're more alike than we are different. So that's about it today. So are there any questions or anything, any comments or anything like that? I have a few of you here with me today. I love all the green hearts too, because green is the color of the heart chakra. So I love that, Anahata. So that's really awesome. So that's about it. I'll wrap it up. So I'm kind of glad that I came back and did the second one. I think it was a good thing I forgot it. See how things naturally work. It was a good thing I forgot to talk about this in my first scope, because then I was able to come back and talk to you about it again in a little bit more depth from a different perspective of working with the chakra system. So thank you guys. So much love and light to you all. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you back here again tomorrow. All right? Ciao, guys. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Dale. Thanks for joining and thanks for interacting. Ciao.